Everybody say hi to Mickey.
Hey guys. We're talking about this our fantasy show?
Yeah, this is our fantasy show.
Oh, I didn't see Vic's first. Did he did it?
Apparently, I have a special guest on the show today. Her name's Michaela. This is her second year playing fantasy football. She's in a 6-team league, and their waiver wire looks like John Hodges' roster. Like, that's what it looks like. You don't know John Hodges,
I don't.
But yeah. So, Vic's sent out power rankings just now. For the week picks, I'm going to drop Vic's right behind mine. For the week, the first game I'm going to pick is, I'm not really going to pick me against Cody because I think I'm going to win. Probably not because that's the way my team is. But we're going to try. We're going to break it down a little bit here. I'm going to roll with Matt Ryan this week.
Oh, Genitals got this.
Oh, wow. I'm going to roll with Matt Ryan this week. I don't know why, but I'm going to. I guess he's got the hot hand. So we're going to see how that goes. Running backs, definite advantage here. Wide receivers, definite advantage there. But we'll see moving forward how that goes. I am picked to win at this point, but that hasn't mattered literally zero to this point in the year. Next game is Mark Woods against Nick Latouf. Nick's Kicks against Straight Cash Homie. Personally, I like Mark Woods. Mark has always got a solid team. He traditionally does plenty of homework, sets up his team properly. I think Juice Landry is going to be a solid play there in the flex position for the week. I'm not as excited about Carlos Hyde. I guess we'll see if he rolls with Carlos Hyde there, but Nick just made a trade for Robert Woods. Robert Woods is very good, and so is Los Angeles, so definite chance there, but I still think that top to bottom quarterback's better than Stafford. Drew Brees, for me, I like Drew Brees better. So I am rolling this week with Mark. Next game up, it hurts so good. Mr. Joe Tigert against Chris Powell. Swisher Sweets. This game is pretty evenly matched in my opinion, kind of a coin toss. I like Joe to win this game. I love Kirk Cousins. I think Alex Collins as well. Mickey, what was that?
Oh, I was just saying I like Hopkins.
Oh, Mickey likes Hopkins against Dallas. Probably not a bad idea there. We'll see if Calvin Ridley keeps on putting it on like he was putting it on. But I'm going to pick kind of an upset there. I'm going to take Tiger to pull that win out. Chris will play a defense. He tried to pick up Denver today, but unsuccessfully so because I bid $2 more than Chris. But we will see. We'll see what happens there. But I'm rolling with Tiger in the third game. Fourth game, Freddie Thrower Jr. against Ainsley Pick of the Litter. Jaron looking for that first win, that elusive first win against the rookie Ainsley Springer. He ain't getting it here. I'm taking Ainsley, Tom Brady, Giovanni Bernard, AJ Green. I know he's pretty heavy with Cincinnati there against Miami, but I'm rolling with it. Cooper Kupp is been putting on a show all year, and I think he keeps doing that. Travis Kelce, a top 3 tight end in the NFL. I just think he's got too much top to bottom for Jaron to get a W. So I got Mr. Brewer going to 0-5 there. Fifth game of the week, Mike Green, gas no brakes against John Hodges, Team Belichick mate. I got no brakes, sticking with 1 in the loss column. He's going to pull the W here. I've got him favored, and he's got 2 empty spots in his lineup right now. Hodges obviously has got 1. He's got a missing tight end there, but he will get that taken care of this week, folks. He's told us as much. So we are rolling with gas no brakes, Mike Green. Kind of a runaway for me. I think that's going to be a big one. Game of the week for me, I got the Hood Rats, Billy Luna against the franchise, Mr. Victor Rodriguez. It is going to be a close game. In breaking it down, I like Phillip Rivers better, personally, than Cam Newton. Mickey's got Cam Newton and Phillip Rivers on the same team, and she can't decide who she's going to start. So I like Phillip Rivers better, so I'm giving
Michael Thomas in it. Elliott Ingram. We'll see how he does this week.
He does.
Gronk's going to suck. Sorry.
So does Kareem Hunt, though? Is he able to go out and against Jacksonville? Jacksonville's defense is very good. Is he able to go out and get it done?
Miller probably won't do that good.
Yeah, I got my doubts there on Billy's side. For the game of the week, in my opinion, I'm rolling with the franchise. I think Josh Gordon scores against Indianapolis. I think that's probably a fairly high-scoring affair. I think they'll try to get Jordan the ball. Michael Thomas is killing it. And I think we should expect to see Mark Ingram come out and play well in his return. He's going to take some of the share away from my guy, Alvin Kamara. But I do like the franchise to go ahead and pick up the W there. So with that being said, I'm going to kick it off, give you guys over to Vic, and we'll see what he's got to say.
Thank you, Commissioner Tull. I'll take over from here. As you can see, we're here live at Franchise Stadium, and we'll get to that game here in just a sec. So let's go ahead and preview the games for this week. We have Mark versus Nick. Mark's going to go Edelman over Hill, which theoretically it's not really a bad idea considering that the Colts have 3 defensive backs that are injured, and Hill going against Jacksonville Jaguars. And then you have Jones against Detroit. They want Jones, and even Aaron Rodgers said this, they want Jones to be their lead back. And we just seen what Ezekiel Elliott just did to that Detroit Lions defense. But Jones isn't that same type of caliber. But the word on the street is Jones could be this year's Kamara. So we'll see how that one goes out. And then you have over at Nick's side, he has Peterson versus New Orleans. They're fresh off a bye. He was a little bit banged up, but I think he gets back into it and gets in the end zone. And it's a bad matchup for Galladay. Even though it is a bad matchup, Galladay is still a strong force. He's very big, and they like to go on him in the red zone. So I have actually Nick winning this one in an upset over Mark. And then you go on to game 2. You have Chris versus Tiger. Tiger, he has Hopkins in. I mean, you can't take Hopkins out, but he's going against Dallas defense. Believe it or not, they're one of the top defenses to shut down wide receivers. Now, last week, that was just a busted coverage. If you look at the Golden Tate touchdowns, should have been a safety that cheated a little bit more, but that's here or there. But Collins going against Cleveland, Coach Herb already said you can't fumble in the red zone, so he's already shown that he can't trust Collins once they get in there. So look for it this week, Buck Allen to actually score a touchdown and not Collins once they get in that red zone. You just can't fumble, and he's done it twice already. Luckily, they did come out with a win, but I think Chris is going to win this. He's got a great matchup for his running backs. And Sony versus Indy. I love this matchup. I think the Patriots finally get back on track, and they have that running back locked up with him and James White. There's no other running backs there like it has been in previous years. So I do like Sony Michel bringing this one in for Chris. And then you go on to match 3. Cody versus the Genitals. Cody has Lewis versus Buffalo. It's a great matchup on paper. But it's the Tennessee Titans running back. They're splitting. And for some gone reason, they have Henry still getting the ball at least 15 touches. And then you have Powell versus Denver. They just got roasted up by Kareem Hunt. But I don't think that's going to happen. Powell is a good running back, but he's no Kareem Hunt. And it's just the Jets' defense. So Denver's going to have the ball a whole lot longer than what the Jets are going to be. So Powell will be involved, but I don't think he'll have enough to pull over on the Genitals. With McCaffrey coming off a bye, they love getting McCaffrey involved in the passing game. So no matter if it's killing the clock or trying to catch up, McCaffrey will get those points. He does have a poor wide receiver group. The thing about wide receivers in standard is really doesn't matter to a whole lot as long as you have some that is getting targets, and that's what he's getting. So I think Tull actually wins this game to get to the second of the season. Next, you have Jaron versus Ainsley. Jaron finally got his running back in a Lynch that just happened on a trade that just happened. He got Marshawn Lynch, traded him out for OBJ, and he still has Juju Smith-Schuster. I think that's a phenomenal thing he did for his team. It made his team more opportunity to win games and lose them, and he's not having to look for a running back week in and week out. Then you have Lynch going against the Chargers, and without Bosa, the Chargers defense hasn't been the same. So I think Lynch will actually get in the end zone one time and go for about 76 yards. And then you have Ainsley. You have Mixon back. So Gio Bernard, he's the best at a flex option. You have Cooper Kupp going against the Seattle defense. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I mean, we know it's not the old Seattle, but it's still a defense that really don't want to mess with it because it's a division game when it boils down to it. So I actually have Jaron winning this game. And you go on to our next game, Mike versus John. Mike, he has tough matchups all across the board. He comes in at 3-1. The one wide receiver I do like is Thielen, but he's going against Philadelphia, and I think he will need Todd Gurley to do something great. I mean, he does it every week, but I don't think he's going to have enough actually to pull the win over John. So I have John winning an upset. His wide receivers will win this game for John. I know Larry Fitzgerald, he's been banged up, he's been hurt, but he's going against San Francisco. They're not that great in the secondary, so I think he finally gets in there. Josh Rosen isn't scared to throw it, as we can see through some picks. But my only concern for his team is Dalvin Cook I believe he'll be limited. He's still dealing with hamstring injuries, and James White is always an interesting play at running back. Like I said, him and Sony have the backfield to themselves. Sony really doesn't catch. So I think James White is a phenomenal play here. But I don't think we should expect anything out of his quarterback because Luck will struggle. So I have John pulling this upset, getting his first win in the season. Congratulations, John. Now, I go to the franchise versus the Hood Rats. As you can see, we're here at Franchise Stadium. Welcome. And this just in. Billy sucks. Yes, I don't know if you heard it here first. Billy sucks. So let's go ahead and get to the game. So So I have Josh Gordon and Rob Gronkowski in. Reason being is because Indianapolis Colts defense have played 77 snaps this past weekend. That is a lot for a defense. So I think they're going to try to get this is the first time they have all their weapons together. Josh Gordon, Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman. They have them all together, and I think this is where Tom Brady finally turns it around and beats Tom Brady. So I think that Josh Gordon will get in the end zone, and Gronkowski should be okay. He's been on limited practice all week, but they say he will play. They put him out for the game last Sunday just because they knew how to play him on Thursday against the Colts. They had that game wrapped up. So look for Gronk to score and Josh Gordon to finally get some airtime. And then you go over to the Hood Rats. Hunt's going against a below average. He'll score below average going against the Jacksonville Jaguars, as their defense is tremendous against the run. So I look for him to struggle and for Miller to struggle. You know the coaches are trying to get away from Miller. You can see it. They're waiting for Deontay Foreman to get back to take over that backfield. Lamar Miller still hasn't been what he was or what we expected from his Miami days. And then you have OBJ versus Carolina. Carolina just came off a bye. OBJ, his quarterback is not all that great. You have other weapons there. You have Barkley. You have Shepard. So I think that they will try and get them more involved, as Carolina's main focus will be on Odell Beckham Jr., followed by Saquon Barkley. And they had a week and a half to prepare for that game. So I think that the franchise will get his win and take over the division. I'm sorry. And we have something else coming in. Yes. Okay. No, it's the same information. Billy sucks. This is the franchise reporting live from Franchise Stadium. Good night.
All right, guys, that is it for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It's going to be a little quicker this week for sure, but hopefully you guys liked my special guest here, Michaela. She's always running the fantasy football team. The league that she's in is with her family. So if you can imagine playing fantasy football with your entire family, that's what she does. So you guys want to get in on her league, it's $1,000 a person. I'm just kidding. We'll see you guys next week, and best of luck to you unless you're playing me, the franchise, or round 2, Michaela Richardson's team. See you guys.